yeah, I just started a video, and I ran into a gentleman in the parking lot just now. Saw me with my Knicks hat, said take that off. And see, I think people should understand this, right? There's a lot of brothers, and again, this is a good brother. He actually did tell me about some positions they might have in MSG, because that'd be a nice thing to get in the building. But man, y'all don't. Again, I don't think these Nashville fans and these Detroit fans and all these people that speak on the Knicks. Again, I did this on TikTok. And I'm gonna just do another video and I'm gonna do another episode of the Optimistic Knicks Fan. But I want you guys, you fan bases who don't seem to understand Knicks fans and how we get down and how we roll. Again, we deep. We're a national fan base. We're a real fan base. Where the NBA has a problem where guys are just, back in the day, people used to actually, when they say that they were really Michael Jordan fans, and they tried to camouflage themselves as Bulls fans, like they didn't give two fucks about the Bulls as an organization. They couldn't tell you one player that played before Michael Jordan got there. They haven't followed the Bulls since Michael Jordan retired the second time. Okay? And we knew those guys were bandwagon fans, and but at least they tried to masquerade. Nowadays, you just got these fans of players, right? So, and these players run from team to team. So therefore, LeBron, you got LeBron fans, you got guys like KD. All of a sudden, everybody's a Warrior fan. Couldn't tell you one thing about the Run TMC days, but they Warrior fans, right? Again, you got these national fans that will gravitate to who's good. And they don't seem to understand the Knicks fans. We root for the front of the jersey, not the back. Okay? Bunch of us love Brunson. Bunch of us criticize Brunson for what he needs to be taken to task for. Bunch of that happens. So, again, I came across a post on YouTube where a young gentleman was talking about how delusional Knicks fans are, and because one lady was on TV, or a younger lady was on TV, and she said that the Knicks would get Game 3, which we did. All right, but he made the post before that, right? Very confident that the Pistons had taken a stranglehold in the series. Again, this is still a series, right? If the Knicks would need to take Game 3 or Game 4 as well, take a stranglehold in the series. And if they do that, I think my Knicks in 5 prediction will ring true. But yeah, this is going to be a fight. This is a fight. It's actually been the best series, especially considering the Clippers won by 34 points last night in a blowout, right? So, between that up to then, there was rivaling. There hasn't been more than a 13-point lead in this series. I maintained that if Tim Hardaway didn't get hot and didn't flop, he got fouled, but he drew a flagrant one from Brunson by acting like he got poked in the eye. He got bopped on the nose. Okay. Considering what happened, the Ja wasn't a flagrant, right? And that completely changed the tide of the game. The Grizzlies were up 29 when Ja got hurt. And then he had to take 2 free throws with a strained hip, whatever hip injury did not allow him to get back in that game. He had to take 2 free throws just to even have a chance to come back into that game. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. But anyway, Knicks fans are real fans. And look, the Pistons, I give credit to the Pistons for being great fans, right? But y'all just not on our level as a fan base. The fact that y'all had to pull a stunt of limiting who could buy tickets or what tickets could be bought, or not even with the whole thing about the zip code on said ticket, right? Like, I think there's a rule, and you couldn't sell no tickets to anybody outside of that zip code, but you could limit. So they pushed the limit or whatever. Whatever the limit was, they pushed it. And, the fact of the matter is, Your arena is called Little Caesars Arena. And no, look, I can fully admit, a brother used to live off that Little Caesars one topping. All right? Brother, Little Caesars pizza, I ain't had Little Caesars, in years. I walked into a Little Caesars the other day, actually the same one back when I was in South Jamaica, Queens, off Jamaica Avenue. Brother would come home from work, get a $5 pie, and jump in the dollar van. Right? Head on home. You know what I'm saying? Between that, some 4C iced tea, peach. Yeah, bro, I can live up that for about 2 days. My Little Caesars and 4C iced tea. But y'all are named after cheap pizza. Come on, man. That wasn't the Palace of Auburn Hills. When y'all were the Palace in Auburn Hills, that was more of a intimidating building. Y'all the Little Caesars Arena. So Shorty wasn't, the young lady was on TV. She wasn't being disrespectful. Keeping it stacked. Y'all cute little arena name. And again, y'all started it off, the disrespect, by comparing this team to the Bad Boys. Again, y'all not the Bad Boys. I'm gonna say it again, y'all are not the Bad Boys. Y'all ain't the Bad Boys. Y'all got a little toughness. Winning a little skirmish with the Timberwolves a few weeks back. Y'all lucky, what's the name on the court? Julius Randle wasn't on the court. I want to see, that's one, I'm not acting like Julius Randle ain't no dude you can push around. He went on the court, so he had to stay. It was Nas Reed, and yeah, Isaiah Thomas got the best of Nas Reed in that little situation. Y'all try this little pushing and shoving thing. Y'all are not the Bad Boys. Y'all can't, and then the idea that y'all were going Bad Boy thug the Knicks out of this series was laughable. Because number one, y'all the one that drew a goddamn flagrant on some bullshit. Yeah, when we played y'all, Isaiah Stewart tried to tussle with PJ Tucker. Come on, man. Y'all are not intimidating nobody physically like the Bad Boys and stuff like that. So this is going to be a hard-fought series. Again, I'm very confident. I was confident coming in last night. I was nervous at the end of the game, but I was very confident coming in that the Knicks would show up, and we did. We stole the game. We stole home court back. We can get a stranglehold if we play our best game. You guys got, again, your second best scorer is Dennis Schroeder. I alluded to that in the first. Beasley, your second best scorer throughout the season came off the bench. Cade is nice, but Cade is, I haven't seen him be the best player in the series. I've seen him potentially. And again, Karl Anthony Towns, the way he was playing last night, he might be the second best player in the series. And Cade might be the third. Again, you guys play a good physical defense and all that, but no. I just need, I need you guys with the fan bases to understand. Knicks fans, we are for real. We really support our team. We're not delusional. Y'all want to punch down on Knicks fans because y'all got this national media that hates New York at y'all back, bro. New York is deep. New York is a real city. I'm not trying to say Detroit ain't, but Detroit is like a section of one of a borough when it comes down to it, man. I've never been to Detroit, you know what I'm saying? I've never been to Detroit, but this is just factual. This is just factual. I'm not, again, Detroit is making a comeback, economically and stuff, and I'm not trying to get, a lot of brothers in Detroit. I know a few people from Detroit. It ain't like, but let's not act like y'all have been big stepping for a bit, man. Let's keep it real. Y'all got 2 championships with the Bad Boys, the 1 in 04. And not for nothing, I've kind of alluded to the Knicks kind of building like that 04 Pistons or something like the Bad Boys, where we were built off depth and we're built off defense and stuff like that. Trading for Karl-Anthony Towns kind of changed that little thing, but yeah, man, it's not. You guys are not on our level, and again, we might not be on championship level right now. Yeah, we potentially. And when you have, if we can get consistent performances like we had last night out of Cat and Brunson wasn't even at his best, still scored 30. He hasn't even. He was 33.7 in the playoffs so far this year. Clay's taking a lot of shots to get that. But at the end of the day, he is the one stepping up. If those guys can play their A game, yeah, we can beat anybody right now. We can beat anybody. Like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are already not 100%. Again, there's so many things that can happen between now and then. So, pipe down, Pistons fans. Y'all ain't been the same since Ron Artest beat up your whole stadium at the Malice at the Palace. Peace out.